Hi folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for the City of Toronto for week ending January 27th. My name is Santo Sessa. I'm a full-time realtor with RE/MAX Premier. Getting into the numbers here, I do have to explain, if you've been following us for a while now, there's a slight change on these reports. We've changed the week ending dates. Don't worry, we've readjusted all the numbers so the numbers are accurate. But the way we had it set up before, keep in mind, I'm a full-time realtor. So real estate business, working with sellers, working with buyers is my full-time business. That takes precedent over any other activity. So the way I had this set up with week ending Sunday, I really only had Monday night or early Tuesday morning to put it together, and it didn't give me enough time, especially if real estate business came up. This way, with this adjusted week ending date, I have the weekend to put it together. So it gives me a little bit more time to, it gives me more flexibility in my schedule. So all the numbers have been adjusted. Today I'm talking about just the City of Toronto for detached in the condo market. We've got some really interesting stuff already first few weeks of January to talk about. Looking at sales for detached home, we sold 152 for week ending January 27th. So just a few days ago. Sales have been increasing every single week since the new year started, which is normal. Over the holiday period, sales are normally lower, and then they increase as we head into the warmer months. However, these are increasing rapidly, a lot more than we normally have, and we'll get into comparing to last year in a second. But of those 152, 39 sold at $2 million or more. So the sales of the luxury market is picking up real quick this year. An average sold price, although it's been going up and down, it is now sitting for week ending January 27th at $1,744,000 for the average price of what a detached home sold for. That's pretty high. 1.7, almost $1,750,000. That's a huge number for what an average detached home costs. Is this trend going to continue? Well, if we kind of take a step back and look at, I've got about 8 months of inventory of data on here. If we go to the end of June, it looks like average sold price was coming down, but then now it looks like since November, average sold price has been going up. Let's see if this trend continues, but if you're in the market right now, you're noticing how difficult sometimes or how busy it is for detached homes. Compared to average sold price 12 months ago, for this week ending, average sold price this year is 14% higher than what it was last year. Now last year at this time we sold 22 detached homes at $2 million or more. This year we sold 39 for the same week ending. So for sure that's affecting the average sold price, but that's a big difference in how many homes are selling at $2 million or more. Big difference in the luxury market, but also big difference in the overall detached market. Properties that were at 800,000 detached, there's not many of those, are now at 900 or closer to $1 million. Properties that are at 1 million, 1.1 million are now $100,000 higher on average when it comes to compared to prices last year. But you're seeing a ton of activity out there and a ton of action. And if you recall, last year, January, February, and the first couple of weeks of March, before we went into this lockdown, before anyone had any thought towards we're going to be locked down, we've got a health crisis here, before any of that was really part of mainstream, January and February, we started off in like a wow factor. Like it's so busy, and this year's real estate market's going to be amazing, and it's already more than what we expected. Well, this year, starting off even stronger than it did last year, and we're very much in a health crisis, still in a lockdown so far for all of January. Well, let's look at sales. Sales, now the orange is this year, the blue is exactly 12 months ago. For the same week ending period, we've been doing more sales this year than last year. Now, Overall for detached homes, week after week, we're usually more than what we were last year. Looking at listings, however, we're a little bit more. So going back to sales, much higher than last year. Listings, just a little bit more than last year. So that kind of already tells you the market's a little bit tighter this year. Looking at months of inventory, we're sitting at 1 month of inventory. Now usually, as months of inventory come down, prices go up. That helps to explain the jump up this way to an average of, again, $1,744,000 is what the average detached home sold for last week. Looking at condos, well, we sold 11 condos last week at $1 million or more, which is a fairly decent number, especially the first week of January. It is, though, a third or half of some of the weeks that we had in August, September, and October. But look at the sales. We sold 400 condos last week. Almost 400 the week before that. 380 the week before that. And when we look at those numbers, 380, 396, 400, that's as high as some of our best weeks last year. So we've already started in sales in the condo business. Lots of people buying up condos. Average sold price has come down to $623,000. So it's down about $3,000 from where it was the week before. Down some more from where it was the week before that. Is it on its way down a little bit? Maybe. You know, when we look back, it's been pretty steady from June to, say, middle of October. It's pretty steady here. But since middle of October, average sold price has been trending down. And if we look from middle of October, say 707, or even just before that at 719 to 623, that's what, about a $90,000 drop in average sold price over the September, November, December, over a 4-month period. So average sold price has been trending down when it comes to condos. Compared to last year, remember, blue is 12 months ago, orange is current this year. We are 10% lower in average sold price than we were last year. Now last year, at this time, average sold price was climbing. Remember, we started off last year very busy, very active. Average sold price was climbing. This year, apart from the very first week, average sold price for the first few weeks here has been coming down. So it's going the opposite way. Last year we sold 26 condos at $1 million or more versus this year 11 condos. So last year, I mean, it was a much more active market in the condo arena. Looking at sales, well, for the longest time, if we go before this chart, sales were way lower than what they were last year. However, since October and a little bit before that, sales have been very close to where they were last year. But come December, sales have surpassed quite a bit where sales were last year, and the trend has continued this year. We are selling way more condos than we sold last year at this time. When it comes to listings, we are listing more condos than what we listed last year at this time. But sales, let me go back this way. Sales is far more than the increase in the amount of listings. And active listings has been coming down week after week. Active listings for last week sits at 1,946 active listings. So that means at the end of January 27, how many condos in the city of Toronto are actually available for sale? That's what active listing means. Not how many listings, but actually available that are on the market. 1,946. We are buying for last week 400 a week. So we convert that to month. We divide it into how many active listings, and that gives us months of inventory of 1.1. And you've heard me say over and over again, as months of inventory come down, prices tend to go up. Well, it's not happening with the condo market. This is not an exact science, but over time, not a long time, but over time, even a short time, this kind of idea, months of inventories come down, it means market's tighter, prices tend to go up, and vice versa. As months of inventory go up, prices in the short term will tend to come down. It can happen fairly quickly. Well, right now, average sold price is coming down, but so is months of inventory. So in the next week or so, I'm expecting one of two things to happen. Either average sold price is going to turn around and start to go up, or months of inventory is going to start to go up. I don't know which of these are going to kind of be prevalent. If months of inventory continue to stay down, you're going to see prices go up. If prices tend to stay down, it means there's going to be more listings coming on the market. It's going to mean less sales, which is going to bring months of inventory higher. There is a relation between the two. That's my report for this week ending. My name is Santo Sessa. Please subscribe below, hit the like button, share this video with your friends. Any comments are appreciated. Leave them below. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.